Stop for a moment. Just stop. We wake up, we work, we collapse, we repeat. Somewhere between our alarm clocks and our ambitions, we forgot to ask the most important question. Is this what being human is supposed to feel like? We've built a world that treats us like machines. 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. They call it productivity. They call it ambition. They call it success. But here's what they don't tell you. We were never made for this. The human body, the human mind, they evolved over millions of years to walk, to create, to connect, to rest under trees and stars, not to sit in fluorescent boxes, staring at screens, racing against deadlines we didn't choose. Buddha said, "The trouble is, you think you have time. But the real trouble is deeper. We think we don't have time to be human, to sit with our children, to laugh with our friends, to do nothing at all. We've convinced ourselves that rest is laziness, that stillness is wasted time. But what if the opposite is true? If you kill a butterfly, do you stop to think about what you've destroyed? A life, a transformation, a moment of beauty. Now ask yourself, what have you been killing in yourself? Everyone's running for promotions, for approval, for the next achievement. But here's the paradox. The faster we run, the more alike we become. Same routines, same stress, same emptiness disguised as ambition. Nietzsche said, "In individuals, insanity is rare, but in groups, parties, nations, and epics, it is the rule." We've normalized the insane. Working ourselves sick is now called dedication. Never resting is now called grinding. Ignoring our families is now called building a future. But a future for what? For whom? If you sacrifice your present for a future that keeps moving further away, you've sacrificed your entire life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but never beginning to live." So ask yourself honestly, are you living, or are you just existing in approved ways? Let's talk about what humans actually need. Not what capitalism needs, not what your boss needs, not what social media says you need. What you actually need. Sunlight on your skin, movement in your body, laughter that makes your stomach hurt, conversations that make you forget to check your phone, sleep that actually restores you, work that actually means something. 3 to 4 hours of meaningful work, not 12 hours of pretending to be busy. Then time, real time. Time to cook a meal and actually taste it. Time to play with your kids and remember what joy looks like. Time to create something just because it makes you feel alive. Time to do absolutely nothing and not feel guilty about it. Buddha taught us that suffering comes from attachment, but maybe the deepest attachment we have isn't to money or success. Maybe it's our attachment to the belief that we have to earn our right to exist, that we have to be productive to be worthy, that we have to achieve to matter. But you mattered the day you were born. You don't have to earn your humanity. Is believing your perspective the only truth? Or is it the prison you've built for yourself? What if everything you've been chasing is just someone else's dream for you? Here's the truth they don't want you to know. You have a choice. Not an easy one, but a choice nonetheless. You can keep running, keep performing, keep exhausting yourself for a system that will replace you the moment you can't keep up. Or you can stop. You can choose differently. Not all at once, not in some dramatic explosion, but in small, sacred rebellions. Leaving work on time, turning off notifications, saying no without explaining yourself, sitting in silence for 5 minutes, actually being present when someone you love is speaking. These aren't small things, they're revolutionary. Because every moment you reclaim for yourself is a moment you're no longer giving to a machine that doesn't care if you're happy. Thoreau said, "The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation." Don't let that be you. Not because you're too weak to keep up, but because you're too wise to keep running towards nothing. There's work that drains you, and then there's work that fills you. The work of knowing yourself, the work of raising conscious children, the work of building real community, the work of creating beauty, the work of healing, the work of just being a decent, present human being. This is the work that matters. Not the reports, not the metrics, not the endless meetings about meetings. What would the world look like if we spent even half the energy we give to corporations on the things that actually create meaning? On teaching our children to think, not just to comply, on creating art that moves people, not just content that sells, on building relationships that sustain us, not just networks that advance us, on remembering that we are animals, beautiful, creative, mortal animals, not machines, not resources, not human capital. Rumi said, "Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray." What pulls you? Not what you think it should pull you. What actually makes you come alive? This isn't a message about quitting your job tomorrow. This is an invitation to wake up, to look at your life, really look at it, and ask, is this mine, or is this what I was handed? You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to start asking the questions. What do I actually want? What makes me feel alive? What would I do if I knew I only had 1 year to live? What am I sacrificing? And for what? The world will keep spinning. The emails will keep coming. The demands will never stop. But you only get one life, one body, one mind, one chance to experience this strange, beautiful, brief existence. Don't waste it trying to be productive. Use it trying to be alive. So here's your homework. After this video ends, don't scroll to the next one. Sit in silence for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, and ask yourself, who am I when no one's watching? What do I want when no one's telling me what to want? That's where your real life begins. Not in the doing, in the being. You were never made for this. You were made for so much more. What will you choose?